Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. So today what we're going to talk about is modeling. Hey guys, so this is just to learn a little bit about modeling. So this is what this video is going to be about. Okay, so to start off, we're going to have like lots of different parts. So I'm going to insert right here all the different parts and the time slots if you want to go check those specifics out. So here they are. Okay. So first off, how I got scouted. Basically, scouting happens in many different ways. So how I got scouted is that one of my friends in competitive cheerleading was a model, and she said that I should go into a walk-in to basically go check it out, and from there I was chosen and everything started from there. Some people, scouting could literally be someone walking in the street stopping you saying like, hey, I'm an agent. But you have to be careful because some people lie and some people are scammers. But at the same time, there are many agents that does that. Also, through your social media. Social media is a very big thing now as to be a model because you need to have a good amount of followers, a good amount of content. You have to post pretty often. They could message you on your social media, mainly Instagram, because Instagram is a big platform right now for modeling. Find these new faces, and basically, if ever you hear like new faces, it just means like a new fresh face. Never go to if you go to walk in and you're going to see like agents or scouts or whatever it may be for either acting or modeling, it's always good to have some kind of like portfolio. So any kinds of pictures that you have of yourself. I have a bunch of pictures here in the back that I just set up a few days ago. I honestly really like them all. And I have my own big portfolio with my name on the side here. But basically, this is my modeling agency. They gave this to me once I started, and I really like all of my pictures that are in it. And last year, I won an award with this picture. But yeah, it's pretty fun, and I'll explain what these are after. So just keep this here. But it's very good to have a portfolio with like all of your pictures because it's good to see like what can you do. Like, are you more of a commercial or more of a editorial? And I will talk about that later on. So, once you become completely scouted and you are completely ready to go and you want to know what you're gonna learn. So once you are in an agency, it's probably not like this for every single one, but for mine, you have to pay to learn basically how to model. And with that, you learn every single tip that a model learns, which for me is in this little pamphlet with a bunch of information that I'm gonna go a little bit quickly on of what you learn. Table of continent. There's 12 different sections, so I'm just gonna read like what every section is. So first section is skincare, nail care, base and brows, day to evening, so that's makeup. Image and presentation, wardrobe planning, fitness and nutrition is second part. Third part is photo, makeup, and hair. Fourth part is photo movement 1. Uh, Part 5 is acting. Part 6 is photo movement 2. Part 7 is runway, business, and business management and placement. Part 8 would be runway makeup and poise and posture. Class 9 would be Turns and pivots, body controlled, doubles, and accessories. So that's when you walk on the runway. Class 10 would be fashion selection and choreography. I have a hard time saying that. Class 11 would be the fashion show. And the last section would be class 12, which is a review and the final exam. And yes, you do have an exam to do. So if you want to know a little bit about every single section, keep on going. If you don't, I would suggest you to go to your according what you want to learn. So I'm just skimming through what it says. What's your skin type? So you actually get to know what your skin type is, either if it's oily, if it's a combination to normal, if it's dry, if it's sensitive, if it's dehydrated. And also it has a little side note over here that also diet, medication, season, and age can change one's skin type. After that, it would be like your daily routine suggestions, so what you should do. So there's 3 different steps here. So step 1 would be cleansing, step 2 would be toning, and step 3 would be moisturizing. So cleansing is basically to remove any dust, dirt, or like any dead skin layers off of your face. Okay, toning. Toning is mainly for normal to oily skin types. And toning is basically to get your skin ready to get hydrated. And then the last step is moisturizing, which basically helps restore your natural moisture of your face. But you have to remember not to over moisturize your face because it will get into your pores and clog your pores. Also, don't forget to exfoliate your skin. Don't over exfoliate, don't under exfoliate. To exfoliate, you should do it about once a week, I would say. It's a great idea to do and to keep it in your routine. Okay, then after that we talk about nails and how to do nail care. So over here, what it basically explains is a few tricks to help out your nails to keep your nails healthy and beautiful. Essentials, nail tools to use. Warm olive oils to just clean out your nails. Nail file. Also, you could do that when you have like your fingers in warm water or in the shower. I personally do it in the shower, but you would have a sterile cuticle pusher. So basically, it would take your skin that's right at the bottom here to push it backwards. Also, I like those like 3-sided or like those nail like buffers to like clean your nails, then buff your nails and like shine your nails. I really like those, and those are actually really good also for your nails. And also always hydrate your hands, so lots of cream to help your hands be as soft as possible. You don't want your hands to be too dry, but you don't want your hands to be too sweaty as well. Then there's the eyebrow shaping. And eyebrow shaping is something that is very crucial to know for your body. Because eyebrow, it shapes your face. It frames it. So you go from what you naturally have, and what you would do, you would start by, like, you could put like a line of like eyeliner just so that you like learn the first part. But first would be to put your line right above your natural crease right here. So you just be looking forward in a mirror, putting your line right there, because that would be where your point is. I don't have that much eyebrow hair to go to that point exactly, so I have to fill that little space in, but other than that, it's pretty close. So that would be where it would be your lowest point, your line here. Basically at the crease where you put your line, and you have to relax your face. You can't be like that, obviously. You have to relax your face. So this should be the area where your eyebrow starts and where your eyebrow ends. So if you have to pluck a little bit, that would be the area to pluck. And then the highest peak, then you would have to look directly in a mirror. So right now I'm looking a little bit off. So let me say this would be like middle. You would have to go with the corner of your iris upwards, and this would be where your peak should be. So if it's in this area, that's perfect. And let's say if I'm looking off, so right now this is off center, right? Or if it would be here, you will have to make sure that it's on the corner of your iris. You're going up, and that's the peak right there. So that's like a few tips that you could do for your eyebrows. You have your makeup step by step, which is preparing your skin, flawless foundation, corrective covers, setting your base, shaping and contour, adding some color and glow, defining your brow, brightening out your eyes, and glamour tips. So basically that's how you do your complete foundation and your makeup routine. And then also you have the defining lips. So there are many different lip styles that you can do. So there are wrinkled lips, there are droopy lips, there are thin lips, which is what I have. There's the uneven lip, there's a flat upper lip. I guess I have that. You have the full lip, you have the oversized upper lip, and you have the oversized bottom lip. So that could just help to see like what kind of lip shape you have and to see how you can emphasize it and make it look a lot better. Yeah. We are now to section 2. Okay, so section 2 is basically image and presentation, wardrobe planning, and fitness and nutrition. First part is going to be image and presentation. Okay, so basically an image is not like just like a photo, but think of it as a photo because the model is the canvas of the picture. Because you are the canvas, you can adventure with different colors, different patterns, different fabrics, etc., etc., etc. So that's what basically the photo is. But also something that you should learn is that you should get your own personal style. And that's something that's very, very important because you want to stand out. You don't want to blend in like everyone else. Then there's also a few key pieces for a woman's wardrobe. I'm just going to go through a few of them. A simple black dress, slim black or dark jeans. So black or white long sleeve t-shirt or tank tops. And the classic black pump with a toe platform. So when you go shopping, it's always good to know how to shop for clothes. For an example, when you're shopping, these are some of the guidelines that you have to remember. So there's the fit, there's a cut design, and there's the quality of the fabric. So you have to make sure all of those three are what you're looking for in your personal style that you like. And also when you do go shopping, you have to go in with a realistic budget. Don't over budget it, don't under budget it. Make sure that like the amount that you have is an amount that you're willing to spend. Okay, so there are very many different types of body types, and basically it's knowing what type you are. So I'm just gonna read through a few of the different body types that there are. So there's the classic hourglass figure, a boy shaped figure, a shorter frame, a longer torso, an athletic body, etc. Small, tall. And you should like always take notes of your shape and your skin tone when you're gonna choose some clothing, because some colors look a lot better on different people than others. Some people would look amazing in bright colors, other people they look better in some neutral color tones. if ever you are going to go see a client or you're gonna go to an interview, less is better. The less you have, the better, as like clothing wise, as in like don't have too many accessories, don't bring like too many things as per se. Like you want, they want to see your natural side. They don't want you to be like all full out. What they mean by like natural side is that wear as less makeup as possible. Wear like a simple black dress with heels, or a simple top with jeans and nice shoes. Just don't overdo it. Make sure that it's simple. So less is better. Here is the fun part. Modeling bag. Okay, for your modeling bag, you need to bring this everywhere you go. Everywhere. Everywhere. So, when you go to a shoot, when you go to a job opportunity, when you go anywhere for just classes or like anything regarding like modeling. So I'm just gonna name you most of the things that you do need in this bag. So you need a headscarf. What's a headscarf? Could be literally anything. Basically, when you get changed in and out of clothes and you have a lot of makeup, and let's say if like this was white, and if you did that, like you scrape your skin, you're gonna have like lots of makeup, obviously. And those clothes can be very, very expensive, and you cannot ruin it. So you would need like a headscarf, which is like big enough to cover your whole face. So you put that on, then you switch your clothes so that none of the makeup gets onto the actual clothes. Then you need a few different color and kinds of bras if you're a woman. So you need strapless, regular, nude, black, and white. Underwear, same thing. Shoes. So for shoes, if you're a girl, it would be black closed toe pumps with platform toe. It's good to bring like some kind of like sandals as well. Just because it depends on the season, right? Because maybe you would be doing like a photo shoot that you don't need heels, maybe you would need. So just like go by the season. Hair supplies, everything for hair. Like I'm gonna show you like my little kit that I have. So this is like my little like hair kit. So when I open this, I have my little baby elastics, different colors. I have my different color bobby pin. Then I have bigger elastics over here. I have small black ones, bigger black ones, goldish ones, brown ones, silver ones. Yeah, so I just bring like as many hair supplies as you can. Also like brush, hairspray, whatever you think that would be necessary. Makeup. Always bring your full makeup, even though it's gonna say like, oh yeah, the makeup is gonna be like given to you or you paid for the makeup. Sometimes they want to use like your brushes, or maybe there's like your foundation that matches you and they don't have the right color foundation or anything like that. Something that might be good too is like sunglasses or like a few accessories here and there. If you have like glasses, maybe bring your contacts if you have contacts. It's always good to also bring like pen and paper in case if like they want information from you, or vice versa. At least like you have like something to write on and you seem like more professional once you have all of these things. Bring also extra clothes just so that like you could be comfortable walking around. So a basic t-shirt and pants. So basically anything that you think necessary, it should be in your modeling bag. And your modeling bag is not a bag that is small like this. I named so many things. You need a big bag. Beginner's modeling guide for social medias, the do's and don'ts. Okay. So, good tips for Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you do use hashtags, make sure that you hashtag things that are very relevant and things that are on trend. So don't hashtag like 1,000 different things, and some of the things aren't relevant because no one likes when you have like 100 different like hashtags. Do the few that you can and that are the most relevant. Geotag, and what geotag is when you're trying to show like where you've been. So be very selective when you do put a geotag, because when you do this, it's good to know like someplace relevant that you've been. If it's just like if it's just somewhere plain, you don't need to put a geotag on. But if it's somewhere like very like tropical, that would be a good place to use a geotag on. Also, when you post, make sure that you post at a good time. A very good time normally during the week. If you're a teenager, it would be 8 p.m. If you are not, if you're older, if you don't have school anymore, I would say around 4 p.m. Because if you would post at like 3 a.m., do you really think people are gonna see it as much as like if you would post it more recent and like during the day where people actually go in their social platforms? So rethink when you actually post your pictures, videos, etc. And also, it's really good to be active. If you're not active, your follower base are gonna be like, okay, like we don't really care, like it doesn't show that like what you're doing. When you're active, at least like you show a part of your life, and it's awesome to see and have like followers seeing like your journey and how you're going in life and what you're doing in life. And also, you have to be versatile when you go to post your pictures. So it could be something from like going to the gym, from like what you're doing, being with friends, your family, your pets. Don't be afraid to post about like any of your hobbies or any of it like your hidden talents, because that's very interesting to like know and that your followers can know about you. And if you do get replies, it's really good to reply back to the people, just because it just shows that like you actually are there, you are human, you're not just like a robot and you're fake or whatever. So it's good to like reply to people when they comment. But you can, of course, not answer to those creepy text messages. If there are some posts or comments about that, I personally delete them. I don't like having that on my social media. Okay, stuff that is pretty bad to do for social media is try to avoid posting too many selfies like back to 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 back. Don't be that like crazy obsessive person that posts like every 15 minutes. Like it is a lot of people do find that annoying, and a lot of people do unfollow just because of that content. So make sure that you do post frequently, but make sure that it's either like a few hours apart or like a day apart or something like that, and not like every few minutes. And fitness and nutrition. Basically, you learn about the basic meals that you should have per day, what you should avoid, and then how to have like a balanced diet. You understand like the good, the bad, and the ugly by reading like what the labels are on the foods. Yeah, that's basically it for part 2. So we'll go on to part 3. Hey guys, so part 3 is photo makeup and hair workshop. Okay, photo makeup all depends on your location. Location is key because you could be somewhere with natural lighting. You could be somewhere with natural lighting plus extra lighting. You could be at a studio and have that studio lighting. In a more natural like environment, it's always good to like wear a little bit less makeup because you have so much sun coming towards you, and it's better to go with lighter. But once you do go in and have artificial lights, it's hard to see your makeup that you are wearing, so you would have to like embellish those a little bit more and put a little bit more than what you would usually put on your face. So you get to learn like all of these different things, and you get to learn like what beauty makeup is and then glamorous makeup. Then obviously there are different types of images for portfolios or for clients. So like you saw in my portfolio, there is beauty, then there is like your lifestyle that you could put. There's fashion and glamorous. There's like high fashion editorial looks. And then there's also like the actor's headshots if you want to become an actor. And you could also do black and whites as well. And for pictures, you could do the full length. So I'll just show you like examples of different looks. This is a headshot, full length, headshot, full length. This is a little bit tricky because it is technically a headshot, but because you do see a little bit more than my body all the way to my knees, this would be a 3/4. Headshot, full length, headshot, and headshot. And then there's a hair care 101, which I'm just gonna go a little bit fast on this. So it really depends like on your type of hair that you have. You need to learn what is your different hair type. And then sometimes there can be some problems that you run through, and then here's our like solutions of like how you can work on it. So I'm just gonna let you know what like some of the problems could be. So there's like dandruff, dull hair, flaking scalp, flyaway hairs, frizzy hairs, head lice, limp hair, and split ends. And then I have a little book over here that shows you some different types of hair that you could put. So you could put like a twist ponytail. You could have your hair slicked back. You could have a natural waved hair, or you could go with a all curly hair. So there are different, again, these are still types of hair. So like I said, oily hair, dry hair, fine hair, coarse hair, colored or chemical treated hair, normal hair. And then there's also do's and don'ts, but I'll just pass that. And then we are already to section number 4. Okay, so section number 4 is photo movement 1. And then basically this will go also with section number 6 because it's also photo movement. But photo movement is basically when you pose, you don't want to be like this in between poses. So let's say if I pose like this, you don't want your next pose to be like this because it's a complete different look. So if you're posing like this, you could do so many things with your head and your body's still the same. So you could be like this, then you can move your head around a little bit, 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 a little bit. Then you could go to any kind. So right now I look like a robot. You could change your shoulder. You could do a lot of different things, and you could turn your body. And basically, it's very like small movements that you can do to get the perfect picture. So the perfect picture doesn't come within like 2 shots, 3 shots, maybe. But most of the time, you have to take like a bunch with small little details because maybe you're gonna hate this shot, but you would love this shot. And that was a little head movement from here to here. There's so many things that could happen, so you have to really make sure that you have to be comfortable with moving. And also, when you do take pictures, you have to be comfortable in front of the camera. You can't be like all stiff and like you can't be awkward. You have to like be fluid when you like do your movements and when you change. And then you get to learn your angles. So, for example, this doesn't look cute, but if you have your hair and makeup and you have a very fierce look, you could like be looking down on someone, and that could be a very fierce look to do. So it all depends. You really have to work on your angles and see. And also this normally is like a more angrier face. So if you have something that's very edgy and you want to do like an angry face, don't do this and like smile. like, it looks really, really awkward. If you're looking down, keep your eyes concentrated and go fierce into it, and then it would be like an angry face. Or you could go with a more subtle. It's all about your angles and how you learn how to do it. You get to learn if you are a commercial model, if you are an editorial model, or if you are both. So it's, think of the girl next door look. A commercial model will usually have a softer feature. Some commercial models are also able to cross over into editorial modeling as well. So I am both. I am commercial and editorial. So commercial is mostly like smiling. Commercial is more smiling and like the girl next door, like happy, fierce, and like you're still cute, soft. And then editorial is more like high fashion. So these models usually have an edgier look. They may have a more prominent feature or a specific uniqueness about them. At times, it can be more difficult to place a model who has a very editorial look because their look is more defined, specific, and less able to fit into a more generic concept. So if you are a editorial model, it's very hard to go like to commercial. Once you're editorial, you're like, it's your thing. And then there's like different poses that you could do with your body. So you could do like the S shape, the C shape. You could make a straight body line, which is also nice. You could make like a diagonal line with your body. You can make a horizontal line, so you're down and that's like another shoot. You need to work on also your mood and how like you can change your face, so that's something to really work on. Something that I have to work on personally is that when I do my looks, I do have one eye, which is this one. You could already see that I have like a more droopier eyelid. So when I try to do some looks, like already now you could see how like it's really droopy, and I need to work on keeping that one up while I close this one. So it's really hard to like understand, but you have to look at all of your features when you go into modeling. Part number 5 and is acting. Because I don't do acting, I'm just gonna really go through this very, very fast. Okay, so when you go see an agent or a client for a specific job, you always have to give a slate where you, if you don't know what a slate is for example like, hi, my name is Kiana and I am years old. I am represented by AIM Talent. And then after, once you're done saying that, you would turn so that you would show your profile. And your profile is the side of your face. And then you would go back straight to the camera before you deliver whatever you're going to deliver. And basically, when you do your slate, if you're under 18, it's always good to give your age. Most of the time, if you're over 18, not a lot of people do it. The reason why I said AIM Management, it's still under MIM. It's Acting International Management, which is with MIM, but MIM is Models International Management. And basically that's as much as I can give because the rest is like firm details. And now we have photo movement number 2. Basically, what I'm reading in photo movement 2 is literally one page, and basically it says you've learned everything in photo movement 1. So we're gonna go directly to part 7, which is runway business and business management and placement. So this is a where you would go talk, and this is like where money comes in, percentage, where you could go and stuff like that. So I'll just tell you a few like the vocabulary that like models should know. So there's advertising agency, there's the advertising layout, AFTRA, agent, art director, booking, break it up, buyer, cancellation, casting director, catalog photography, client, collection, commercial artist, commercial model, comp card. We'll get to that. Contact sheet, creative, designer's model. Is there more? editorial photography, exhibition model, fashion photographer, fashion show season, fashion show models, fashion photography models, fitting models, freelance models, go-sees, high fashion models, portfolios, photographers, stylists, tear sheets, test shoot, vouchers. So these are all of the terms that as a model you should know and understand all the meaning of it. And then there's like different payments and stuff like that. But for example, if you do get a working job, which will take a while because it doesn't happen like just like that. Some people it does, some people it takes a little bit longer. But it should take about 90 days before you actually receive the money. But you have to like keep on asking, and sometimes it's going to take a lot longer than 90 days, sometimes it might take lesser than 90 days. But for example, for me, it took me about 7 months to receive the money. But it's all good because you always get it at the end of the day. It just like there was a few issues, but yeah, sometimes it's gonna take a while, so don't expect your money right away once you finish that job. That's it for section number 7. So now we're gonna go to section number 8, which is runway makeup and poise and posture. Okay, so basically makeup for stage. So if you do go on runway, your makeup, if you look close up, it will look ridiculous. You have to think about it a little bit. So when you're on a runway, you're not going to be extremely close to all the audience or people that's going to be surrounded you. So you need makeup that's going to pop so that it's going to be easy to see when you walk down. Because if you have like your simple makeup, it's literally going to look like if you're like nude and you have nothing on. So you have to pack a lot of makeup when you go for runway makeup. So the look that you're gonna go for, you have to define it a lot. Runway, there's obviously like different postures and basic walks that you have to learn and you have to master. And then we are going to section number 9, which is your turns and pivots, body control, doubles, and accessories. That's all when you're walking. So you need to learn how to turn with heels and with regular shoes, how to be comfortable while walking, posing. So when you pose, you have to at least keep your pose for about 3 seconds. You really have to count like in your head, 1, 2, 3. It's not 1, 2, 3. Once you are on the runway, you have to basically like own the stage. You want to be able to own the clothes. The clothes doesn't own you. So you want to like have a pretty good presence when you're on the stage. But sometimes the client will ask basically like let the clothes own you. So then you're just like walking there, doing what you have to do. Have a stage presence. There you go. That was the word I was looking for. Stage presence is key. Okay, some common mistakes is that when people walk, you feel very, very nervous when you're forced to walk, which is very weird because you want to look as natural as you can, but when you're forced to do something, you obviously like stiffen up a little bit. So a lot of people do walk with like fist when they walk, but you have to like try to relax your hands. Don't be like this either. Just like relax and do like a natural C. A C is what is natural when people walk. And then for section number 10, which is fashion selection and choreography. So basically the fashion selection, it could either be you that chooses it, or it's given to you by the client or by your modeling agency. So it's always clothing, the models, music, and the audience. Your choreography is basically what your client wants, or if you have the choice, is whatever you want. If you want to just walk straight, pose, walk back, or you walk downstairs, or if you walk, then you do a pivot, pose, or if you do a full turn in the middle. Like, you choose whatever you want to do for this section. Then number 11, which is the fashion show. So basically this is when like people came to see what we've been preparing this whole time. And then number 12 is the review for the final exam. And then yeah, it's pretty awesome, like everything that we can get to learn in this modeling book. There's a lot of information in this, so it's really good to have to like know everything. Photo shoots, how does that work? So all of these in the back, well, some of them you have to pay. So when you start off as a model, you need to get some tear sheets, headshots, pictures to put inside your portfolio, because when you go to see a client, you need to like have pictures to be able to show, and it has to be high resolution pictures. It can't be just regular pictures. So most of these pictures I had to pay. So this one right here, the first 3, that is from Chris Snow. The 3 right after here, that's Laurie Godin-Roux. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 right here is by Dana. And then the last 4 there are by Frank. So all these pictures are amazing, they're fabulous, but I did have to pay so that I could put it in my portfolio. There are jobs where it is paid jobs. So for example, I did so I was with Body Glove to do a few photo shoots for their online website, and that was actually really fun, but it is very intense. So when you do those kinds of like pictures, it took about like 10 hours to do, but that's like the realistic behind modeling. Like it takes hours to do stuff like that. This is the comp card. So this is my lovely and my first comp card ever. So basically this is, you have 5 pictures that you can choose. This is one of my first pictures with my name in the bottom and my agency right here. And in the back there's 4 other pictures that you can choose with, again, the agency and your name. And then under here is all of my measurements and my information. So I'll just tell you what it says. For example, height, I am 5'6". Then there's your measurements, which is bust, waist, hips, which is 34, 25, 34.5. My dress size is 0 to 2. My shoe size is 8 to 8.5. My hair is brown red, and my eyes are green. So basically, as you see, my hair is not brown to red, so that means I have to re-dye my hair. But as you can see here, it was a brown to red. Now I am like brown to blonde. But if ever your hair color does change, you do have to tell your agency so that they could reprint you a bunch of these comp cards, and then that's what you have to do. Or you just re-dye your hair the same color if ever you get booked for something, if they like your hair color in the comp card. So that's what comp cards are, and that's what your measurements. So if you have any more questions on modeling, this is the video for you. Please DM me on Instagram if you have any questions about modeling. I would love to respond to them. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you are a model and who you are with. That would be amazing to know. And I can't wait to talk to you more and see you guys in the next video. So bye guys.